And I've got a couple other things I don't think I can talk about yet. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I can't talk about yet. So.
What would you be doing in your industry now?
Well, briefly, I was pursuing a career. I was acting from a young age. I started acting at 6 months old. My family are all entertainment industry going back 4 generations. So it was kind of expected on a certain level that you're doing something. I had an acting career from 6 months to like 13 years old. I did a film called Mr. Mom. 2010 Explorers, a television show called Taliesin Jaffe. I did episodes of Facts and Life, lots of like random weird. Did an episode of Webster. All sorts of weird stuff. And then briefly when I was in school, I'm a goth kid, or I was a goth. I'm not a goth kid anymore. I'm over 30. But I was a goth kid. Now I'm the creepy guy at the club who won't go away. I remember the creepy guy was a kid, like, I'm gonna be you. And now I'm like, wow, I am him. Damn. I was gonna be a coroner for a while. I was briefly in school. I was working as an intern at UCLA Coroner, very briefly. Yeah, well, that was my clubbing friends were like, oh, here you need work credits. Why don't you come down and come down and do paperwork for a living? And I'm like, all right. But this happened, and then I got really into dubbing when I was a teenager. When I was a teenager, we were getting the first dubs that were coming out. I was at a con. I was at AnimeCon 90. Well, it was AnimeCon 92, where I ran this guy named Carl Major, who dubbed Robotech. And I was, let's see, it's 92, so it was I was like 14 years old, 13 years old, and I went up and went, wow, you suck, dude! Robotech sucks! And I guess I got Carl at like one of those moments where he was not being Carl, and he said, really? All right, you sit down, we're gonna have a talk. And he really just sort of took me apart. By the end of it, I was like, I'm really sorry, I don't know what came over me. I'm really sorry. This was before the internet. It was actually considered inappropriate to be rude to people. Just way before the internet, before rude was the norm.
So was when I was a kid.
It's like, yeah, thank God for steampunk. Let's bring manners back. It's fantastic. Decorum in teen. Yeah, he sat me down and was like, no, this is the process, this is how it works, and if you think you can do better, then by all means, sit down and figure it out and stop bitching. And so I did. And I stayed in contact with him for years, and he was unbelievably helpful to me, and really I sat down, since I had this theater and film background, I knew all these people, I sat down, I was like, what's wrong with this, why doesn't this work? And we took the whole thing apart, and then by that time I had my anime club dubbing stuff for fun. Like serious dubs. And all we were about was figuring out the theatrical process of how to make a dub not sound like it. Which back then most of them did. And whether or not I was successful in that or still am successful is a matter of opinion, which is totally cool. But yeah, and by the way, if you don't like my stuff, you're welcome to tell me, and you're welcome to tell me why, and if I can fix it, or if I think you're right, I'll be pissy for about a week, and then I'll go, oh, damn, they're right, hold on. I had a guy who actually gave me crap about my Nia mix, but he was right, and so we fixed it. Oh, no, you're absolutely right.
This is more of a personal question rather than an industry question, but is there a story?
I take
It's interesting.
the hairstyle can I come from LA. And I have a job where it is part of my job that I have to pretend I'm much younger than I am for as long as humanly possible before it becomes creepy.